I can't put in the words how I feel. Where have you been? Nobody knows me like you do. Nobody don't love me. Nobody like you. Can't even be nice. Every time I try, one look in my eyes, you know I'm lying.
What's up, you guys? Welcome to Lit Live Saturday. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is up? What is good, y'all? Hold on. Okay. I'm in a lobby. That's why I keep doing that. Hold on. Let me see if I can get my background started, y'all. Okay, so we got some things to discuss. I hope everybody is having great Saturday. Hope your Saturday was loved. You guys got to, just enjoy yourself. I hope you guys had you a great Valentine's yesterday. I meant to say that. I really do. I hope you guys, it was great. I had a great day. I'm a little hurt. Because I'm going to have a 15-year-old. I'm going to have a 15-year-old tomorrow. I don't know how I'm going to feel. I don't know. So, yeah, okay. Y'all, my bad. I'm trying to sit here. When you watch me, you're like, what are you doing? Or when you come in, you're going to notice I'm trying to fix some things. Okay, so we're going to get into it. So, we're going to start with So, Ciara basically came and said, hey, there you go. They came and said, hey, I had to sit here and come out with promise in the album because there were people in my camp that were trying to stop me from having I don't know why I straight y'all up. Trying to stop me from well, I didn't do that. That's what I wanted. She said they were trying to stop her from hold on. So they were trying to stop Promise from coming out. Yep. She said they were trying to stop the album. And that they were trying to okay. They were trying to stop the album from coming out, and they were trying. Hold on, let me try that. And they were trying to stop her from doing her album and doing her stuff. Um, they didn't want her to have Promise come out plus the album. They to come out, they sabotaged it with somebody in the camp. So, but it came out. The album was great. The album was great. She had a great album. We just gonna keep it like this for a minute to figure this out. She had a great album, um, and everybody loved it. So I don't understand why. I don't want to know who it was. She never said who it was. She just said they tried to stop it. Then right on the curve, they tried to stop Level Up, and Level Up reached 3 million basically followers, subscribers. I hope I said it right. Well, views. So she reached 3 million views, and Level Up did great. The album did great. So yeah, it's been people trying to stop Ciara for a very long time. They even tried to come out and say that she was a man. Remember they came out when she first started saying that she was a man. Ciara is no man. They tried everything. So Ciara's doing great. So shout out to Ciara. Even though she got into a Rihanna and Rihanna paid her, ate her up like she was sushi bowl, but she still accomplished everything. So shout out to her. Now this is funny. Let's go to this first before we get into mothers. So to our mother had something to say. She decided to go on here on the internet and say to save her son. Now this is crazy that she to save her son. Decided to say save her son because her son is 50 years old and her son has been out here making children with other women on his wife, who was 18 at the time. So now you want to save your son, but you wasn't saving your son when he was out here making these kids on Annie and while they were married. Mm-hmm. You didn't do none of that. So, I don't know what my face will show y'all. So, we're going to get into that. Hold on. Before you do it, pray. My bad, y'all. Every time I come back for late Saturday. Okay, so we're going to share the screen. Hold on, y'all. This is what this lady had to say, honey. So this is on South Africa, honey. Here y'all go. Listen to this, y'all. I say that she just say save her son, honey, and he the one getting the divorce. Remind you, this is Two-Face. This is his new fiance. He is now engaged. Remind y'all, he has not divorced. He has not divorced from Annie. This ain't Annie. He ain't divorced from Annie yet. He's been married to Annie for 18 plus years.
I'm calling on all mothers in Nigeria to help me beg her to release, to free my son. My son is going through a divorce process and he's clearly not in his right sense. I know my son is not here. Please, Natasha, the bead you put on his hand and on his neck, remove Natasha. This a divorce process.
Now, was that not your son when he made this with the other women's? Was that not your son when he sat here and was sitting on live saying that, oh, I made a mistake, but no, I'm telling the truth? Was that not your son? Y'all sit there and treat it so bad. And it's so bad, he was treating other people so hard. And now y'all want to go ahead and release it from another woman. Oh, how can that happen? How? He has with other women, gave other women children, sat there and acting like, oh, he can make a song for Annie. But now that y'all done sat there and drove this man and told him he can do whatever he wants to do to leave his wife. Now he got this showing that he can be a sad man and y'all don't like it. Because you gotta be careful what you ask for. This right here is a chauvinistic mess. First of all, I knew when he got with somebody, short mustard little meanie was gonna try to play her with this. She was somebody, right? She was one of the ladies from the Tuber movie. Very nice, beautiful young lady that she is happy to have a relationship with, right? And she wants to ponder this relationship with Jacques for some advantages. Specifically why the baby mama, her, is kind of mad. But at some point, sweetheart, your daddy is, I said, I don't know what you entertain this with this mess for. I don't understand. So apparently she went on a rampage and Dion, daddy is not happy. So daddy is not happy and had to have a pep talk with his lovely daughter. Wait a minute. Short. Tell me everything I need to know. just said he had told that his mama stole money from him. She done did a lot of things to do this for the relationship. He went on public on the interview. Okay, I'm back. Hold on. So he decides to do an interview and say she don't understand how it works. But it's funny that Jacques tell Deiondra and tell everybody that Deiondra don't understand how it works when Deiondra daddy is a whole football player. Help me understand. Been a football player for the Dolphins when he was even thought about shielding him. Clearly older than him by a couple of years. Clearly. All right, y'all. My bad. I had to get it back working. So it's a TC Caldwell. Y'all remember TC? Y'all remember the TC that Keita was talking about? Well, TC wife since 2010 had exposed him for having bisexual relations, having all types of men and women coming to the home. And she also decided to state that TC baby is not with her, right? So apparently TC went to jail. He went to jail, and basically his wife got home with his friend. His wife is 20, but on 15 years, his wife. She took him home. She showed videos. She got into his Facebook. She showed videos of him going in the house with different women. And tried to say that she outed him and said that he was having relations with me. Okay? Hold on, y'all. Allegedly. She said that he was having relations with other men. They went to Facebook. Let's see. Let's give it a minute to pull up. Then we're going to discuss. Now, a lot of his fans said that it was for clout. A lot of his fans are upset because, oh, how could you do this? But if you like him, that's okay. We're fine with that. Now I'm starting to see you did this for clout. Did you really go to jail? Was you really in jail? Were you sitting in jail? Well, I feel like now you posted stuff. I feel like it was you that posted. You was never in jail. Just to out yourself. Clearly, we saw him in jail. Okay. Clearly, we saw him in jail. Clearly, we saw him in jail. And women coming in and out the door. When I say women, one of them I was questioning, is that Donna? When I seen it, I sure did. I say, is that Donna from Black Heat? Let's see. Now, let me scroll down because he's been posting a lot. It's a lot posted. He even been posting videos. Okay. Here we go. We'll start with this one. Hold on. So it says, now it's ex-wife. Yeah. How she is? I got a question. Let me let it load, y'all. Give it a chance. Let it load. It's loading. It's coming up. Mm-hmm. This out the way. Slowly loading. Very slowly. Okay. Hold on, y'all. It's still loading. And now it's tripping. Okay. Okay. So it says I can't make this up. This is one of the videos of voicemail he got, y'all. He said I can't make this issue. You just I told you I wasn't like that. There's consequences. Hold on. So somebody called him and did it.
Your voice, bro. I heard in your voice like there's too much shit going on. I heard your voice, and you saying you got kids. I heard that shit. Man, that's all I'm saying. No disrespect to you, bro. You come as fuck. I'm gonna continue to watch your shit. I'm sorry we got up on the wrong. I'm just asking, can you delete this shit, man? All this shit squad, bro. I told you I'm gonna hurt and hack that shit down. You can work.
Yeah. Now let's go down further how all this started. A lot of people have own information. And I'm right. Of course. Hold on. Put that on my mama that my deep ain't good. All right, we're back. Now we can move on. But what all started with TC was, like I said, basically he went to jail. His ex-wife decided to expose him to the world and call him everybody king. My thing is this: even if he's bi or not, what gave you the right to expose your ex-husband and say he's cheating? Well, clearly we know he's been cheating. You said the baby wasn't yours. Well, clearly that's you and the divorce lawyers need to have a conversation. Clearly you still want to be with him. So clearly why you got to expose him just to sit here, knock him down and be with him. Girl, if you want to be with him, be with him. Leave us out the chat. We don't want to know that. And if he is, that's not gonna make us hate him. It is 2024. What we get mad for? Shit, that's what he like. That's what he like. That must have been your preference that you sitting here worried about what he got going on. That man is fine. That man is making his money. He been through enough. I felt like when it first came out, I felt like since what you call it was getting aired, he felt like he can air folks too, and it's just what I feel. And that's why I said what I said. I felt like people, you got people on his side, and then you don't have people on his side. And I feel like, he had to air somebody out because they think it and he fell out with and he not help. That's just how I feel. Okay, y'all. So now we're going to move on because my internet connection keep cutting out, and I'm not going to sit here and wait all day for it to go in and out, and we keep going because it's pissing me off. Slightly on the content. So remember this man and her husband Fletcher. Remember them? Shout out to Miss Nell and Fletcher. Now, I love Miss Nell, love Fletcher on the show. I hope that they bring what we're going to be missing since Nell has walked her cutie tail out the door. Yes, she left. And I watched the reunion, and Nell was the only person who did not play in male face. Nell was the only person who did not play in Melody face and laughed at Martell. Thought Martell was saying was funny just to get under her skin. Thought it was a key moment. Because let me tell you something. If the producers want to be funny, and even though he cool, and I feel like Mel know this, I feel like they'll probably bring coleslaw to the mix. And I hope Letitia told so Maurice and Kim, especially Kim, know they finna bring and them know Maurice and Destiny know that coleslaw finna be held when she added to the show. And it's gonna be a key to them and not key to viewers. So now daughter, Lexi McCollum, decided to drop another, a video, part one, of basically stepmother. She dropped stepmother. And I didn't watch it yet, so I'm gonna watch it with y'all. Not a copyright section. At T76. So it's a StreamYard, y'all. Because I just looked on my phone and just cut to crazy. So I said, I'm gonna watch it with them. Copyright disclaimer, we're gonna watch it together. We're gonna watch it together. Watch. Under the Copyright Act 1976 allowances made for very useful purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a prohibited by copyright status that might otherwise be infringing non-proper educational personal use tips and balance of fair use. Okay, so now we're finna go to it and watch it. Let me share my screen. Hold on, let me come over here real quick. Yes. Now I'm going to stop and pause because I have to. I'm going to stop and pause because I have to. Okay, because of YouTube policy. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for all the love, support, kindness, and encouragement that you've given me for my other posts. I really do appreciate it. I've tried to respond to some of the comments and everything, but my mom and sister are honestly kind of fielding those for me. They're telling me like, oh, respond to this, that, and other. But for the most part, they're trying to kind of shield me from it because they do not want any negativity to deter me from what I'm trying to do. Which is tell my story so that you can better understand me, how I got to that explosive moment at a dinner table, how I got to a peaceful and beautiful, loving place for myself, for my family, by kind of letting go of that toxicity of a family and letting go of that relationship or relationships that I had with that family. So thank you guys so much for watching. And here's to chapter 1 here. So as everyone knows, this chapter is about my stepmom. Is not to bash and to, I guess, air out my family. But to air out the family that that's not my intention. I'm not gonna go into any crazy about I really I've known my stepmom since I was like 2 or 3. She's been forever. And I don't know. They're talking. The only home I've ever known is them together.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna try to get it in so we can finish watching. The service keep going in and out. I don't think it's my service. I think it's StreamYard because I was trying to connect with you guys, and I have service on my phone too. I was trying to connect with you guys so we can watch it, finish watching it on my phone, and I don't know what the hell StreamYard got going on, but baby, they need to fix it. Not while we in the middle of a goddamn live. Not while we in the middle. StreamYard, I need y'all to do better. Hold on, y'all. It don't make sense. So as the topic goes, she's basically saying that she never seen her mother and father together. Okay, she never seen them together. It was never like for people to say it was a broken home. She kind of never seen them be, together, and it was a broken home and this and that. So we're gonna go back into finishing. It's crazy, but let's continue.
Experience. So I don't really attribute any bitterness or that I had to my stepmom for breaking up their home. So, and honestly, that's nothing that I need to be bitter about. That's not my relationship. I was a child.
Oh.
I wasn't privy to any of that, as I shouldn't have been. So, but I care. And I'm happy that they got divorced. I'm very happy with my family dynamic that I have now. So, kind of removing that family from my life. So, yeah, everything happens for a reason. But I've known my stepmom my whole life. And I don't have any unpleasant memories of her from when I was a kid at all. Not one unpleasant memory. I remember spending time with her mom, her sister. And it was always like, a good time. She was my mom. I refer to her as mom. I never called her by her name. She was my mom. Like,
Okay.
I didn't have any unpleasant memories of her. And when I got to age, like, I want to say like 10-ish, maybe, um, kind of started shift for me and my stepmother. That the family, they lived in Atlanta for a little bit of time, and they lived there. It was just my stepmother, stepbrother, sister, brother, and the niece was not there yet. And I would come and visit and spend time with them, mainly my stepmom and my siblings. And it was fine. I didn't have a room there. When I would go visit, I would have to stay in my brother's room and he'd sleep on the couch. So I never had like a room or toys, clothes, anything that was mine. The only thing that was mine was what I brought in a suitcase there to go visit them with. And never really felt the type of way about that until they adopted their niece. And when they adopted her, she had a room in their house. And it kind of made me feel a type of way. I had some issues because she was around the same age as my stepbrother and I. And, they became really close. So I kind of felt like she was taking my brother away from me. And then she had her own room. So I was like, but I wanted a room. And why did she get a room? So, and I would ask my step, and she told me that I had a room at my mother's house. Which, I mean,
Because listen, I'm gonna say this is being a little advocate over here. I'm not saying that I have a problem with her. Not saying her story is not true. But maybe she told her that because maybe the mama found out she did have a room, or she didn't want her over there to like it over there. Maybe that's why she told her that, you know. And she felt like, Mel was stepping in and taking over her daughter, liking her, and maybe that's how the mother felt. Hey, Miss Sexy, right? How you doing?
Grew up with, my mom, my stepmom, stepfather came in the picture later
Yes,
on when I was like 8. Always a parent. I was one of the kids why I could not have a room. And she never like referred it to like, oh, go talk to your dad. She never said like that. She just said you had a room at your mom's house. So there's that. And whenever I wanted to, and I asked because I was like, I want to have like my own stuff here, like toys and everything, because my sister at the time, I was still young too, so I like Barbies and everything. And my sister had this pink room and all these Barbies and all these toys, but my stepmother wouldn't let me play with. She said she didn't want me to mess them up. She kept
like when Mel had her own children with Chris, things got a little.
in their original boxes, like if it was like a Barbie or something like that. And so I was allowed to touch those toys, and then there were certain toys of my sisters that I guess I don't know, but I was not allowed to that was child with her, and between it was and I did not get I was left to only call my stepmother to try and get a hold of him, and I would call and call. And he would never what happened. She would call. So
My bad, y'all. It keep going in and out, but I'm gonna keep going with this video. Period.
get on the phone because he left them for another woman and her kids, which freaking sucks for my stepmom, but that's what happened. But I didn't know that at the time. So I was sure it's my dad. So, but I started to have like a little resentment towards my stepmom because of that, because I was like, you're keeping him from me. Like, why can't I talk to like, where is he? And then all of a sudden, one day he popped up, called, and he said that I could come visit, and they lived in Harvest, Alabama. I don't know. It was strange. So they moved to Harvest. They live with friends of my stepmom. Her friends had 2 daughters. So in this like 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom house, it was, 4 adults, their 2 daughters, and then their 4 kids. Well, their 3 kids and their niece. So it was a lot going on in that house. But it was fun for me as a kid. I remember like, sleeping on the
So
floor.
she basically said what I just said. The mama said that Miss Nell came in and he left, her mother for Miss Nell. That's literally what the mama just said. The mama told her, okay? And she started to not like her. That makes sense. That makes sense.
And couch and everything. It was kind of like a big slumber party, but my stepmom was different. She was quiet. She was kind of like frozen. She worked at the Dollar General at the time, and I remember her wearing like these black turtlenecks, and she would get like these nasty rashes on her neck, and I would feel so bad because after she'd get off work, she needed like an hour or something to herself. She was just quieter. I don't know. That's the only way I can really describe it. And they went to church a lot. They didn't go out as much. They didn't go shopping or anything like that. And I didn't really ask her much. And from what I can remember, when I would ask for something, she would say like, "Oh, we don't have it right now." Yeah. And but it was just it was a quieter time for them and that family. And then when they eventually moved and bought their own home in Harvest, there was a shift of myself and my stepmom because was no longer quiet. She was angry. She was really angry. My step. She would talk about laundry. And I mean, it was bad for my biological father, crying a lot at their house at night and in rooms because that she would talk about him so bad, and it was embarrassing and hurtful and kind of scary, especially when she would go. They got the verbal abuse, and for me, it was she at that time. So I was real scared. Didn't smoke. I didn't ask for
I
much.
wonder if this is the time that she found out. Remember, she said she found out that Chris did cheat. Mr. Chris, okay, I'm gonna say Mr. Chris. And he did cheat on her. I wonder if that's the time.
If I did like say like, "Oh, can we go out to eat?" Like that's the only time she would kind of come at me like, "We pay child support." Like I don't understand why you feel like when you come down here we got to take you out to eat. I'm just like, yeah, it's simple no would suffice. But I don't really smoke, so I learned very quickly when they were in that state in life to just zip it, because I didn't want any issues with her. So that's kind of how our relationship was at that time. I just kind of tried to steer clear. She also would get drunk and like tell me things that I shouldn't have known as a child about her and my biological father's relationship. She would sit there and talk about how he didn't make any money and he wasn't worth them and all. She would get drunk off the deep end and go in on him. And that was hard because, well, I was a child and I just, wanted to come and visit. And I don't know. That's not something that my parents in Nashville ever did. So it was a really weird dynamic. I didn't really know how to navigate that. But I also, like I said, didn't want to smoke. So I would just listen. But that did deeply affect how I saw her and any respect that I had for her because of how she would treat siblings and my biological father. And once they got to a better place financially, they moved to Madison, and they had a nice house there. And that's when things like, I guess because they started doing better and they had the money, they started getting a lot to eat a lot. And when I would come down, I wanted to like join in. Oh, I also when I lived in, I've never had a room, a bed, anything. But when they lived there in Madison, they go out more and more. And when I would try and ask to be included, like if we're at the mall and you're buying stuff for them, and I'm like, oh, can I? My stepmom would get angry and turn to me and snap and be like, we pay child support. You need to ask your mom because we pay child support. And then when I got older, like 16, she would like, I get child support for mine and I gave him all that money. I don't know why your mom wants to keep child support from you, but he wants something to ask her because we pay child support. Everything was about the child support. Everything was about the child support. I didn't know until
I wonder how much he was paying the child support and how she didn't know. Like, why how you tell him?
I was a little older that he did not pay child support. Can anyone guess how old he was when he was done paying child support and arrears, that kind of stuff for me? I'm curious to see what age people would guess when he was done paying child support. But yeah, all to say that he didn't pay child support. So that was always a struggle with me and my stepmom. If I wanted something, if I wanted to go somewhere, I wanted to do something, it support. You need to ask your mom because we support, and she needs to pay. It happened at their house, and they're like, "Oh, we'll pay for your window," and blah, blah, blah. They didn't, and then I got upset about it with my and she chimed in. You need to use that.
Now, she didn't know nothing. But Miss Nell, that girl ain't know she had to pay child, the mama pay. Like she say, she didn't know. And he was getting her. She did not know. I don't believe her mother told her. I think that was the mother's decision to put Mr. Chris on child support. You know?
Following up with what you said you would do, like, but everything was
I hope they
about
the window though.
child support. Everything. Anytime I wanted anything, it was child support this, child support that. And she would always get really, really angry with me when I would ask for anything. Hey, child. To turn into like, why every time you come around here, you want something, you need something, you want something. I didn't understand that I wanted like pay child support really hard. There was married to his first wife. Yes, first wife. And I came down and
All right, I'm back. I'm gonna give it one more chance. If we do it again, we're just gonna wait till the morning, and we'll finish chapter 1.
and
So she's saying that if they paid $12,000 at Victoria's Secret, and it was the same for I think for the niece. I don't know if the niece it was something $12,000 with the niece. Let me go back a little bit.
to his first wife.
Okay.
Yes, his first wife. And I came down and we were talking about how they went to Victoria's Secret, and my stepmom spent $12,000. That's what they said. I don't know if it's true. $12,000 on his. I can't remember if it was his fiancée or wife at the time. And I was just like, "What? That's insane!" And I was like, "Can I get a jogging suit from Victoria's Secret? I really want this, like, whatever." And she was like, "We pay child support." But then the next time I came down, it was around Christmas. They got me some Victoria's Secret stuff, which I was like, "Oh, cool." But then they also, and this, I'll talk about in the chapter about the dinner, that same Christmas that they got me that it's not funny. That same Christmas that they got me that their secret stuff, they got their son a brand new car, and they got their daughter a brand new car, luxury cars, which is totally fine. I had a car at the time. And then later on, after my stepbrother kind of pitched one, had a fit about it, they got him a car. And then they gave the niece a BMW. So, and it was just really weird because I was just like, and I didn't say, like, I was hurt and I was really, but then she got you wanted the Victoria's Secret stuff, and we got you that. I don't know. Am I tripping? I don't know. But that was the dynamic. That kind of how it went. So that was our relationship. It was okay until it wasn't. And I really do attribute a lot of that to her not being loved properly by my biological father. I really do feel like because she was not protected, she didn't have that security, she didn't have that stability in marriage and her relationship with her husband and her kids, because she knew that, I feel like that deeply affected how she looked at me and how I did me. It's like if I try and put myself in her shoes, I'm like, fighting for my life because I want this man to love me and see me and treat my kids, with love and be there and support them. And then I've got this.
I mean, now this is her story, because now Ms. Nell on the show was saying that she done did a lot for her and spoil her as well. So, but I mean, 12,000 for somebody new wife or fiance is a stretch, but it is a sign. But I understand where she's coming from. But at some point, she got to understand. I think at the time before they got to where they got to, and they was getting to, everybody had to have a chance of luxury.
This other kid over here that's not even my biological kid that's wanting the same thing, but I don't even have it for myself or my kids. So I can put myself in her shoes and I can see how, that would have been hard, but I still cannot excuse I was a kid, just as much as you wanted my bio dad to see you and love you and appreciate you, I wanted the same. And I feel like instead of trying to embrace me and help me navigate through that, the way I guess you tried to, or had to maybe, if you did navigate that with your kids, you just kind of like left me to fend for myself with that, and then really treated me badly, really kind of put me in a box and set me to the side and was like, I got my own kids and myself to worry about. I'm not doing anything for this kid. And that's kind of how I felt. But I do understand that you were not given the respect and the love and the security that you needed. I really do feel bad. And I mean, I wouldn't know what to do if I was in your shoes. Especially if, my husband stepped out on me. I've already told my husband I'm not interested in ever being divorced, and that would be like the number one thing that, those papers served. But yeah, I do understand that it's hard for you. And I have forgiven you for how you've treated me. I have moved on. I have processed through that and worked through that and those ill feelings I had towards you because of how you treated me. But I do, if she's watching this, I feel like I'm talking to her, but if she's watching this, I do want her to understand that, I can sympathize with you. And I do hate that was your reality with my biological father. And I do wish that I have wondered, I'm like, man, if he did right by you, would you have done right by me? I'm not gonna lie, that hasn't crossed my mind. Because I just know it was hard for you. I didn't deserve it. I still don't feel like I deserved it, but I know it was not easy for you. And I hate that for you, for your kids, because they deserve to have a mother that was treated like a queen, a mother that had that stability and that security. And who knows how you're.
So she's saying that her dad didn't treat Miss Nell right. Her dad didn't treat her right at all. And that's why the way she acted, because she didn't protect her through the point of he didn't protect her through the point of like baby mama gonna come at you, this and that. Her mom's gonna say this and that because the way I left. Well, she said it made Nell bitter.
Your kids would have turned out if they had that, you know what I mean? Who knows how they would have turned out if he never left and you didn't have to kind of fend for yourself to raise and take care of 3 kids by yourself for a couple years. Like
Must have been working.
I can truly, truly sympathize with you. And I know that that was not an easy thing to go through and work through. And you stayed, you know, y'all been married for, I don't know how many years, and you stayed. So I don't feel like, you know, you work through the things you should have worked through in order to stay and have a more positive relationship, but you stayed nonetheless. And yeah, I just, you know, I hope she knows that I see her on that, and I do feel bad about that. And as for, you know, the explosion at the dinner, I feel like that kind of explains or helps a little bit understand how I got to that explosion with my stepmother. And I know she said that I've cussed her out many times before. That's never happened, and I will tell you why. So when I will tell you why. At that dinner, I knew that when I caught on to what they were doing, I realized I'm done with this family. I'm never going to really see them again. We're done. And I was like, and I'm going to cuss her out because, you know, all that history, all that hurt, resentment, all that stuff from little Lexi, teenage Lexi, young adult Lexi. I was like, and I'm going to cuss her out. And I did that because I wanted to, A, and then B, because there were witnesses around. Okay. There were witnesses around, there were people around, and I knew that she would not beat my ass if I cussed her out. The reason I say I never cussed her out is because I'm terrified of her. I have seen her fight. Okay. And she can fight. I cannot. I cannot. The stepmom I know, if the kid,
Because she knows that if she cuts her out without witnesses, that she was gonna handle her, and she feel like she know better.
cameras went around, would have leaped over that table and rocked my world. The way she would have beat my ass, I would have left that house and went directly into an ambulance and off to the hospital. So I saw my shot and I took it, and I cussed her out because I wanted to, and because I knew she was not going to try and fight me. And with her probably having that resentment and hate or whatever she has towards me, for me, I don't know. With all that bubbling up over 30 years of knowing this person, I can't imagine the type of ass beating I would have gotten. And the embarrassment, the whole thing was embarrassing for me, but I can't imagine if I did that, cussed her out, and then this lady got up and beat my ass. The recovery. It took me it's been 2 years since this has happened, and I'm finally sharing, you know, my story. Yeah, no, I don't know what the recovery would have been. She would have beaten my ass. So that's why I did it. And if you want to know if I feel like she deserves an apology or not, stay tuned. I'll talk about that in that chapter about the dinner. But yeah, that's why that happened. And I'm approaching 30 minutes here. So that's pretty much my story and my history with my stepmom. And if there's anybody out there that has a bone or estranged, you know, parent, if you could, you know, kind of sympathize with my story, I want to know that I see you. And I want you to know that I understand it's not easy. It's not easy if you grew up with someone who probably wasn't loved properly, who did not love you and could not give you the love that you probably just, that's hard. Deserve it. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of that, of respect, and to be seen and to feel included and a part of a family. And if you didn't get that, like I didn't, I see you and I'm so sorry. It's hard to grow up in, you know, that type of environment, but I feel like if you do the work, if you want to do the work, if you want change, if you want to, you know, not have bitterness and hate and upset and just pain in your heart because of that situation, therapy does wonders. Take some time to do some self-reflection, some introspection, take some time to yourself. For me, I completely cut that family off. I have no intentions of reconciling. I have no intention because there's no need for me. I'm at a place where I don't need an apology. I don't feel like I'm like owed an apology. That's not something that I need in this healing journey for me. I have forgiven them. I've forgiven my stepmom, and I empathize with her in certain ways. I sympathize with her in a lot of ways, and I forgive her. And I don't have that bitterness. I don't have that anger towards her. I truly do feel bad for her and for what she's gone through. And I pray that she's in a better place and that she is being loved properly now, and that she is being respected by her husband, and that, you know, she does get to a happy, healed place and peaceful place in her life and in her heart, because she deserves that just like I do. And so do you. If you are somebody that is in this type of position, you deserve that. And you can have that. And it's not an easy road. It's not an easy thing to kind of get to. It is really not an easy place to kind of find yourself in a situation where you're having to forgive any ugliness that was done to you as a child from someone who should have been a parent and loved you. It's not easy, but it's possible. It can be done. It's been done for me, and God, I don't know. Can you not tell with the smile on my face? And yeah, it can be done. So, I think I just messed my hair up. Jesus. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. That's chapter 1. I will be talking about my siblings, our relationship, our past relationship, because we don't have one right now, obviously, in chapter 2. And hopefully from this chapter, you understand me, you understand my history of my stepmom, and maybe you understand my stepmom a little bit more. And I hope that this story and this journey helps someone, continues to help people, because I have seen some comments about people, you know, who have similar stories to mine, and how they are excited for me to tell my story and understand my history and how I've gotten to the place that I've gotten to. And that's why I'm doing this. And that makes my heart so happy. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I might do a video maybe answering some questions if anybody has any. But for now, that's chapter 1. And thank you for being on this journey with me. Bye.
Hey. My bad. Okay. Well, listen, I feel like basically her and Ms. Nell do have a conversation they need to have. Hopefully They can have the conversation that needs to be had. I don't want to put all the blame on Miss Nell because I want to put a little blame on Chris and on the mother for this dynamic. And I feel like they are to blame. I'm going to go ahead and end this. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'm sorry about the noise in the background and the service going in and out. We'll be back tomorrow with the Missing Girl segment. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. Later. If I don't end it, it's going to act up. Later, y'all.